I'm going to read to you an email from March 18th, 2017 called Zipper. I suspect my stepdad is sexually attracted to me. I can just feel it. My stepdad has been wearing jeans all morning. Then when I walk upstairs into the kitchen where my mom and stepdad were, he immediately zips his fly back up. Why was it down? Has it innocently been down and he just noticed? Or was it perversion? He's about 60 years old. Can he even function sexually? The zipper incident might have been nothing, or maybe I'm naive, gullible, and might have been getting duped by my mom, dad, and stepdad. Maybe I was the victim of repeated sexual abuse. And Dr. Garrett said, Andrew, something we can perhaps discuss next week would be how you experience the difference between, or have trouble distinguishing between, memories of actual events that have happened versus fantasies about events that you imagine may have happened that come to you mentally in the form of memories versus things that you know you are imagining when you are imagining them versus inferences you make from ambiguous clues like the zipper that come to mind with a preordained sense of conviction. These four different categories of mental events that I suspect are less distinct in your thinking than they are in the minds of most people. That doesn't mean you are wrong about everything you think, but it may mean what is actual and what is imagined gets confusing. As a homework assignment, why not try filling in an example of these sorts of mental events that we can review in session? It seems to me you often react emotionally the same way to memories or ideas that can be corroborated, and those without external corroboration. I know you think most people lie and so fail to corroborate your ideas. You are smart enough to think this through logically. Memories of actual events that are corroborated by others of independent evidence. Memories that may or may not be factual. Imagining something that you know is not actual as you are imagining. Drawing an inference from an ambiguous stimulus that leads to a conviction that an idea is true without corroborating evidence. So I fill it in. So for the thing, memories of actual events that are corroborated by others of independent evidence, I say I was extremely frustrated with the whole living arrangement. My mom and stepdad are home here constantly, annoying, no privacy, frustrated. I feel like a prisoner. Memories that may or may not be factual. I was sexually abused as a young boy, possibly by my stepdad. Imagining something that you know is not actual as you are imagining it. Multiple men sexually abused me at the same time and they came all over me. Drawing an inference from an ambiguous stimulus that leads to a conviction that an idea is true without corroborating evidence. My stepdad will be cranky, seems sexually attracted to me, and when he pulls up his pants zipper up in the kitchen, I'll assume it's related to sexual abuse. Another example, memories of actual events that are corroborated by others of independent evidence. I am communicating on the internet, an internet dating website with women. Memories that may or may not be factual. Imagining the women I'm conversing with is someone I know in disguise who's going to come back into my life and rescue me. Imagining something that you know is not actual as you're imagining it. When I get to the date, hoping for someone to surprise me in a magical moment. Sadly, it turns out to be the person from the dating website, not my soulmate. Drawing an inference from an ambiguous stimulus that leads to a conviction that an idea is true without corroborating evidence. I believe this woman was someone else in disguise by some things she said. I once imagined my dad poisoned my food. It turns out he didn't. Going to be going.